going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are installing the SPC tow arms. So these are fully adjustable, and it is recommended to get these once you get aftermarket lower control arms, because once you start increasing the camber in the back, you start getting more tow in, and it is a really big pain to align the car without these in it. And definitely apologies to everyone that has aligned my car in the past. I didn't have these this whole time. Somehow it was still able to get aligned. So yeah, definitely highly recommend to get these if you want to get your tow perfect and your camber settings with it. So yeah, it should be really easy to install. Just a couple bolts, hopefully nothing stuck. Figured I might as well show you guys what's in the box. There's really not much. You get some instruction sheet, a sticker, the tow arm itself, and this bolt. Not sure what that's for, but it was in the box. And this only comes as one. So if you order from, let's say, Rally Sport Direct, price is only for one. So you do have to buy two if it doesn't indicate that it comes in a set of two. So I made a mistake and I thought, wow, what a good price for two tow arms, but ended up clowning and received one. So I did order another one just so I would have two. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the bushing's already in there. Got your new castle nut, the cotter pin, so should not be that hard, and hopefully nothing is stuck in here. Since the car is high enough now, I'm gonna jack up the rear, get the car in stands, and let's see what we have to work with. All right, so I normally don't jack up the car from the rear diff, but I mean, figured might as well since the car is so high up. Video might come out before the bags video, but that is what I'm doing. I'm installing some airlift 3P on this car, and I figured I would get the alignment, you know, components all good. So yeah, better late than never. So the stock tow arm is right here. So you got your cotter pin, castle nut. Well, this one's not a castle nut, but yeah, you got a nut there on the knuckle, and then you got one in there. So it should be pretty straightforward. We do have to match the length of the stock tow arm on these new ones just to get it as close as we can. Of course, you have to get an alignment after this if you don't want your tires to wear out prematurely. But yeah, let's spray some PB Blaster on this nut because I have a feeling it may be stuck, and then we'll see how it goes from there. PB, spray it nice and good. Probably get the inside also. Hopefully an impact just gets it right off. So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. We may be able to pull this cotter pin out a while. It should just come right out like that. I believe it's an 18, let me check. Yep, 18 mil. And here's the thing, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna loosen those bolts in the back first, but we're not gonna take them out because we're gonna be hammering this out of here. It is a ball joint, so you just take a hammer to it and hopefully it comes right off. But we will loosen this nut all the way with the impact. So I'm gonna get under the car and see if I can loosen those bolts on the inside. Some of you may have lifted your car a lot higher than mine and you won't need to do this, but I'm just gonna drop the lower control arm since I'm gonna be taking out the suspension anyway. That is probably the best way to get an impact on that thing because I don't have much leverage. And why struggle when you have power tools? So let's do that. I've got direct access to the stock tow bolt. Oh, whoops, don't take it out, my bad. Keep it in place so that when you hit out the outer part, it won't fall off, so leave it kind of loose in there. Now we're going to take off this nut right here. Hopefully it's not stuck or anything. This nut is an 18 millimeter. Look at that, nice and steamy. So do it one of two ways. You can put a extension on the end and hammer it out, but dang, it's really stuck in there. I have to give it some more. There we go. A couple ugga-duggas and it's out. Just watch out for your e-brake cable. Now it may help to take off the other end. Alright, take the inner bolt off and you should be able to take it out. Whew, okay. Alright, so here I got the stock tow arm out. Of course, the only hardware you reuse is the bolts right here. So these are normally used to adjust the toe when you're stock, but since these are already adjustable through changing the overall length, it doesn't really matter how these go in. But of course, this little washer thingy bobber will go on the other side facing like this, so just keep that in mind. But anyway, now that we have the tow arm out, we're going to adjust the length so that it's pretty much the same. So the best way to do that, I'm going to take the stock bolt, throw it in here, throw it in here, and just compare the lengths. So as you can see, the stock one is a little longer, so what we're going to do is adjust this so that it pushes out and meets relatively where this is. Of course, you still need to get in alignment, like I said. Like I said, we're getting relatively close to the OEM one. Maybe see where this cotter pin is. About right there, seems pretty even. So you guys can see, it's pretty even, I guess. And we're gonna tighten these nuts a little bit here and then fully torque them down once it is on the car. We're gonna slide it in here. Put this bolt on the other end. There we go. Put the washer back in and whatnot. So it should be secure. I guess it doesn't really matter which way, but the washer only fits on one way, so keep that in mind, I guess. We'll torque this down later. Oh well, probably should have gotten over this first. Get over this hump first. Then slip it on. So once it's all said and done, got it threaded through. Your Newcastle nut's gonna be 45 foot-pounds, so start threading it on. It doesn't take much for it to get on, so. Down later, and then once you torque it down properly, get your cotter pin, stick it through the hole there, and that will secure this bolt in place. So we're gonna torque this down. It's a Harbor Freight torque wrench, so do with it as you will. Should be good there. Now we take your cotter pin, stick it through, and this is just so the nut doesn't move, so you just hammer it in. Pretty sure that bolt isn't going anywhere anyway, so right there. Then the inside bolts is going to be 75 foot-pounds, so a little heavier. And after that, that's the install. So that all being said, thanks for watching. Stock tow arms are now uninstalled, so no need for these anymore. Let's see how I can spin this. Don't do this next to your car, you may break. Anyway, so that was a pretty easy install. Gonna repeat the same on the other side, no big deal. I did drop the lower control arm just because I wanted to use the impact. But if you raise the car up high enough, you can fit a ratchet, breaker bar in there, no problem. Yeah, since I was uninstalling the struts anyway, it doesn't really hurt to drop the control arm. Anyway, that being said, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the airlift install video. I have a full install coming, the trunk setup, running the lines, putting the struts in, everything. So it's gonna be a nice, exciting, probably one of the biggest videos I'll be making, I think. I don't know. Should be a good time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content. Follow me on Instagram at will.kgfx. Check out Katana Style at katana.style on Instagram and katanastyle.com. 20% off all stickers right now. Man, that was a long sentence. Anyway, guys, see you next time. Peace.